Welcome to the 7W Data Insights podcast, where we dive deep into the transformative world of data, AI, and business innovation. If you find value in these insights, make sure to subscribe to our newsletter for a daily dose of strategic knowledge. So here's the thread tying all of this together. AI is no longer about proving what's possible. It's about deciding what's dependable, who benefits, and how responsibly it's deployed. The gap to watch isn't just between innovation and regulation. It's between capability and trust. If you want to stay ahead of that curve, subscribe to the AI Beat newsletter. Each edition connects the dots so you don't have to. And tomorrow, we'll be watching closely how enterprises respond as AI shifts from promise to pressure. This weekend delivered a revealing mix of momentum and friction in the AI world. On one hand, we're seeing AI move decisively out of labs and pilots and into real operations. On the other, the gaps between countries, companies, and even expectations are becoming harder to ignore. Let's start with one of the clearest signals of maturity so far. The U.S. Navy just committed $448 million to Palantir for its ShipOS program. This isn't an experiment. It's a large-scale bet on AI as core infrastructure. The goal is to modernize shipbuilding by integrating supply chains, production schedules, and operations into a single, real-time, AI-driven platform. And the timing matters. China is currently outpacing the U.S. in ship production capacity, turning AI adoption into a question of strategic competitiveness, not efficiency theater. The shift here is subtle but important. Defense is becoming a proving ground for enterprise-grade AI, setting patterns that civilian manufacturing and government agencies are likely to follow. Now contrast that with what's happening inside Disney. After investing $1 billion into its OpenAI partnership, Disney is moving fast to operationalize AI internally. Employees are already using Microsoft Copilot for everyday productivity, while DisneyGPT provides company-specific knowledge, and a more advanced system called Jarvis is being built for specialized workflows. This layered approach is starting to look like a blueprint for large enterprises. Off-the-shelf tools for scale, custom models for context, and advanced agents where differentiation matters. But here's the tension. Alongside productivity gains, employees are openly worried about job security. This isn't a Disney-specific issue. It's a preview of a broader workforce recalibration that many organizations are about to face. From enterprise to everyday life, Google Translate offers another clue about where AI is heading. With Gemini now integrated, Google is rolling out real-time, speech-to-speech translation through headphones. The real innovation isn't just better accuracy with idioms and local expressions. It's the fact that AI is becoming ambient, always on, quietly embedded into daily workflows. This is consumer AI growing up, shifting from tools you actively use to capabilities that simply exist around you. That same theme shows up in software development. OpenAI's new GPT-5 codex can operate autonomously for more than 7 hours, executing complex coding workflows, improving its own efficiency, and integrating directly with developer tools. This isn't a smarter autocomplete. It's an agent. And here's the important nuance. OpenAI appears to be trading some creative flexibility for predictability and reliability. That's a strong signal that enterprise customers care less about flashy demos and more about systems they can trust in production. Of course, not every AI narrative is moving at the same speed. At a recent Silicon Valley summit, humanoid robots stole the spotlight. But skepticism dominated the conversation. The demos are impressive, but timelines remain uncertain. Industry veterans compare today's robotics moment to the early days of self-driving cars, promising, capital-intensive, and highly unpredictable. China's heavy government backing has given it a lead in building a full humanoid robotics ecosystem, raising uncomfortable questions about long-term competitiveness elsewhere. Zooming out further, the UN Development Programme delivered one of the most sobering messages of the weekend. Its latest report warns that AI could deepen global inequality if developing nations aren't actively included. Thailand, for example, ranks 52nd globally in AI preparedness, yet third in ASEAN, highlighting the gap between regional leadership and global readiness. Without stronger governance frameworks and investment in human development, AI risks amplifying divergence rather than closing it. Trust also came under scrutiny in the media world. The Washington Post launched an AI-generated personalized podcast, only to face criticism over misattributed quotes and invented commentary. It's a reminder that in journalism, automation without accuracy erodes the very value audiences rely on. Personalization can attract new listeners, but without editorial guardrails, it risks creating echo chambers instead of informed publics. And finally, there's alternative data. Hedge funds are increasingly using signals like private jet movements, satellite imagery, and social sentiment to gain market advantages. For data leaders, this is no longer exotic, it's becoming mainstream. But it also raises ethical and regulatory questions around transparency, privacy, and manipulation that organizations can't afford to ignore.